Now, why in the world am I aiming my camera at this? It's because I didn't want to show you what I have until I talk a little bit. Got a new toy. Actually, I got a couple. It's been a while since I made a video, so I thought I would make a short one now. Well, hopefully it won't be too short, and show you what I got. Yeah, the shop's still a disaster. I kind of got a new arrangement here with the guns down here and the pins down there, and I'm going to have an island here, but holy cow, I still have a disaster to deal with. So, still working on getting things back in order. But right here behind me, I got something new. And it is something I've wanted for a while. I'm not much into video games, but there's been one that I've wanted. My kitty cat. There's Midway. Anyhow, of course the truck's got to go by right now as I'm filming, and I really don't want to do any editing. I hate editing. I really have gotten sick of editing. But I got Asteroids Deluxe, and I also got Missile Command. Long story short, the guy ended up giving them to me. I really didn't have the money for it. I was going to try to work something out with him. He ended up calling saying, you know what, just come up and get them. You can have them. So I got them home, and I got into them, and Missile Command had $174 in quarters in it. So I went and cashed them in, and I actually went to the guy and gave him $150. And when he's like, no, I really didn't expect you to pay me. I was like, no, dude, take the money, please. And he was very happy and got a lot of respect for it. But got him home, fingers crossed, checked him out, plugged him in, turned him on. Fuses were blown. So, all right, that's usually, what a lot of people park them, why they park them. Oh, by the way, judging from the quarters that were in there, these were parked in 94. So, put fuses in them, up comes Asteroids, monitor goes out. All right, put fuses in it, up comes Missile Command, monitor goes out. Asteroids was really the one I wanted, so I cleaned it all up, changed the bulbs, pulled the monitor out, and sent it off to Arcade Cup, who had it for a little while. And it's cold out here, so it takes monitors a while to come up. But I have a working Asteroids Deluxe. Now, I do still have a problem. The monitor, or the image, has adjustments that will compress it equally from the left and right sides and from the top and bottom. That's the X and Y adjustments. So the left and right, which I think is the Y adjustment, is fine. When I dial it, the screen compresses and expands as it should. But when I do the X, only the bottom is moving. So the top portion has collapsed in the video section of the game board. I'm hoping it's just a capacitor. I got looking at it. It looks like it could be just that. I've had people trying to tell me otherwise, but I'm going to start with that. And as soon as I get a little bit of extra money, I'm going to get it ordered, get some capacitors ordered and get them in. But it runs. She plays. And of course it's impossible to play one-handed, but shields work, thrusters work. So, yeah, there we go. So, the other thing I wanted to just talk about real quickly, I know everybody else and their dog has been talking about Billy Mitchell, but let me shut this off. I'll just kind of wander around here as I talk. But I just got to throw my 2 cents in on Billy Mitchell, which is, the guy's pretty much the same age as me. He's a year older than me. 52. And I'm just not surprised by this. And the reason isn't for any reason other than the guy is so smug, for one. I guess there's a couple reasons. He's very, very smug, for one. And I just have never known anybody that was that smug, that was that really straightforward and honest. And then the whole thing with the Steve Wiebe incident, where he has this high score that he's been sitting on, tucked away, just waiting for someone to try to beat his score so he could be a dickhead and whip it out like a douchebag and say, haha, you thought you were cool, but actually I was cool long before you even thought of being cool. What kind of bullshit is that? I mean, even if the guy legitimately got some of these scores that have been questioned and found to be false as actual arcade boards, you know, I mean, why would you do that? Why would you be that way? You know, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. So, is he a good game player? There's no doubt. You know, too many people have seen him play. Everybody knows he can play. But is he that 1,000,000-point player on Donkey Kong? Doesn't look that way. Is he a $1 million bullshitter? Yeah, kind of looking that way. So there's my take on it. I'm really anxious to see what he says. You know, I know people that are good friends with him, and I'm not going to mention any names, and they've helped me out with arcade machines and things like that in the past. So, you know, I'm sure he's a great guy. You know, I'm sure he's a fantastic guy to hang out with. But some people seem to think that fame and the popularity that comes with it is kind of worth that at any cost. And, you know, I don't know. It's kind of how he comes across. So there you go. There's my disaster and my new game. I've also got another new pin inside running. Well, not new. I've had it for a while, but it's running. And I don't know if I've ever made any videos of it, so I'll look back and see. But there you go. Asteroids Deluxe. How freaking awesome is that?